Say William Samuel Ruto to come and address us. Mr. President, sir.
Fellow citizens, friends of Kenya from across the world, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, every once in a generation, there comes a leader whose impact transcends their moment, whose courage inspires change, and whose vision shapes destinies. My brother, Raila Amolo Odinga, was one such leader. Across space and time, there are few exceptional persons who, when summoned by the call of history, rise to meet the challenges and opportunities of their time with indomitable vigor, with absolute conviction, and with unwavering valor. The Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, Ward Mary, Ward Nyar Alego, Agwambo, Tinga, Jacom, Enigma, Ward Ping, Baba, the man in whose honor we gather here today belongs to that rare, irrepressible breed of human beings. My dear brother Raila Amolo Odinga, as we bid you farewell, we do so with the deepest gratitude as a nation and as a people. We grieve your loss. We celebrate your 80 years of presence and also salute you for the great statesman and patriot that you were. To Mama Ida and your children, Rosemary, Raila Jr., and Winnie, as well as the larger Odinga family, led by our elder brother, Senator Dr. Oburu Odinga, please accept the nation's most heartfelt condolences on this immense loss. Kenya stands with you in this moment of sorrow. We share in your inexpressible grief, but we also share in your pride for your husband, your father, your brother, and your kin who belonged not only to you, but also to us. Thank you for sharing him so generously with us as families and as a nation. Amolo may no longer walk with us, but his spirit lives within every Kenyan and every African. Such was the depth of his influence and impact that even in his absence, his presence endures. Fellow citizens, we gather here today not just to mourn the passing on of Baba, but celebrate his purpose, his vision, and his ideals. He walked among us as a man, but he also charged among us as a movement for change, a movement for justice, and a movement for inclusivity, and a movement for a greater and better Kenya. Allow me, fellow citizens, at this solemn moment to also speak as an ordinary Kenyan, a father, a brother, and a fellow traveler in the journey of our nation's history. I have come a very long way with Baba. When I stood by him with the other Pentagon members at a defining moment in his and our nation's history, I neither knew that one day we would find ourselves on opposite sides, nor could I have imagined that years later he would stand by me, this time to steady the nation and to help anchor my leadership, culminating in the birth of the broad-based government. To you, Baba, I owe you, and I am truly and eternally grateful that our paths crossed and that we shared this journey together. We have been both collaborators and competitors, friends and rivals, but always patriotic Kenyans, united by a dream greater than ourselves, a dream bigger than any partisan divide, a dream of a united motherland called Kenya. As I have reflected on Raila's legacy following his passing, I have entertained no doubt in my mind that history will judge him fairly and kindly, because whenever the nation needed him to rise above self, he always did unreservedly. Whenever Kenya needed reason, he became the voice of reason courageously. And whenever the country needed a hand of reconciliation, he offered it without hesitation. Perhaps one of the greatest lessons he taught us was this: in the noble task of statecraft and nation building, there is room for all of us, competitors and collaborators, rivals and allies, bound together by one higher purpose, the greater good of our republic. Fellow citizens, those who worked closely with the Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga know that he was irrevocably stubborn in his vision for a just, prosperous, and united Kenya, a nation where opportunity belonged to all and justice favors none. In Tinga, Kenya found a reformer, a moral compass, a reconciler. He proved that progress demands both courage and patience, that we must be stubborn on the vision, but agile on the details, adjusting our means, our plans, and our strategies, but never compromising our mission. The gentleman we are bidding farewell today gave more to this country than most will ever. He endured years of imprisonment, exile, and political struggle for not the privilege of power, but for the principle of service. He bore the scars of his struggles with dignity and calm poise, and turned pain and suffering into purpose. Jacome was also at home in the humblest of homes and at ease on the grandest of global stages. His heart belonged to the people. He shared in their pain, rejoiced in their victories, and never lost faith in the people's goodness. Fellow monarchs, one of the Honorable Raila Odinga's favorite songs was Jamaica, Farewell by Harry Belafonte, a melody of longing and gentle sorrow. He often broke into a dance and with a big smile sang, "Round the Bay of Mexico, where the sun shines daily on the moon." Thank you very much. Today, those words ring with profound meaning, significance, and impact. Our elder statesman, the Honorable Raila, is sailing on a ship, not to Jamaica, but to home beyond. He will not be back with us for many a day. He leaves behind many little girls and boys, not in Kingstown, but here in Nairobi, in Kisumu, in Mandera, in Vihiga, in Mombasa, in Kakamega, in Wajir, and in every village and valley across our land. Baba has finished his race. He has kept the faith. He has served his people and humanity. It is our solemn prayer to the Almighty God that the soil of the land which Honorable Raila so tirelessly served shall embrace him with grace, that the nation he sacrificed for shall eternally cherish his memory, and that the people for whom he fought for shall carry his dream forward. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow citizens, when a man of the stature of Baba, a towering patriot, a relentless reformer, a visionary statesman, and a selfless servant of the people departs from among us, when a mighty bongo tree falls among us, we are left in awe of a life so immense in purpose and impact. And in that quiet moment of both boundless gratitude and unfathomable grief, we are rightly bound to ask, from where shall another like him rise? Ladies and gentlemen, there was and there can only be one Raila Amolo Odinga, a man of great courage, a man that made sacrifices, and a man who had a big heart to forgive even when he was wrong. May the Almighty God comfort his family, and may the soul of the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga rest in eternal peace. Asanteni sana, na Mungu atubariki sisi zote, and God bless our great nation. Thank you very much, and I want to thank all